Hi guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 29 of the 2020-2021 Premier League season. Now, before we get into predicting the scores for week 29, let's have a look back, as we usually do, at how well we got on in week 28.
So last time around I had a pretty poor week, you could say. I only had 5 points with one perfect score, that being Man City to beat Fulham 3-0.
Yeah, I came away with 5 points as well, Nathan. Just the one perfect score, which was the Crystal Palace 1-0 home victory over West Bromwich Albion. So how we didn't get that Manchester United 1-0 victory over West Ham, I don't know. McFly indeed.
Yeah.
Representing the viewers last week was Alex Cochrane, and Alex came away with a brilliant score
Very
of
good.
12 points, 3 perfect scores. Newcastle against Aston Villa 1-1. Crystal Palace 1-0 victory over West Brom, and the 1-0 away victory for Liverpool over Wolves. Top scorer, though, of the week for week 28 was David Redgriff, and I think David Redgriff's something like third in the table at the moment, coming away with 14 points and 4 perfect scores too. So well done to you, David, and anybody else getting over 10 points and above. And talking about the table, let's have a quick look at the table on the screen. So as you can see, top of the league yet again is Mahmoud Conte, now on 203 points. 3 points ahead of top scorer of the week, David Redgriff, who's on 200 points. I've dropped down a place to third with 195 points. You've got the likes of Screenboy 8 and the Dugout, Douglas
Legends.
James Horn, moving up to 5th position. Top representing viewers last week was Alex Cochrane, who's now up to 14th position. Nathan, you're down there in 22nd position. And if you look down the league table, see if you can spot yourself. I'll give some shout outs. So there's Jason Louis, Fireburst, Mark Chapman, Harrison Crane, Koza, Abdullah Galib, Roberto Hollis, Kaboom, Rahel Nishini, Harry Doherty, Brendan Arden, Liam O'Meara, Alex Langhorne, etc., 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 all the way down to the bottom. But that's enough of week 28. Let's see if we can all catch up with Moon this week, even though there's just 4 fixtures, and let's make some predictions.
Okay, so first up we got the 8 o'clock on Friday on Sky between Fulham and Leeds. Horrible time of fixture that is. Fulham losing last time around to Man City, getting destroyed 3-0. Had really no hope for them, anyone did in that game. They're starting to stumble a little bit, especially the teams above them, starting to fall behind Newcastle, who have been looking very shaky as of late. They're coming up against the Leeds side, who have been very, very poor recently. They've lost 4 in 6, drawing 0-0 Chelsea somehow.
I know.
Last time round. How on earth did they manage that?
They did have, I think they hit the bar as well.
Yes, very unlucky. One thing for Leeds though, Patrick Bamford's apparently injured, so that's going to be concerning for them. But with Fulham, their confidence, I think, has dropped, and I think Leeds are just going to come out with a win in this one, 2-1.
Do you? Well,
yes.
I'm actually going to disagree with you, Nathan. I think Fulham have been playing well. Okay, the results-wise, they're not looking fantastic, but it is just 2 defeats in those last 6 fixtures. Okay, we know about Manchester City and all that. They're sweeping everybody aside at the moment. They did get that very good victory against Liverpool on the 7th of March. Prior to that, they lost at home against Spurs. But Leeds, I'm not sure, since about, was it a month ago, 6 weeks ago, they were scoring lots of goals, but it seems to me now that they're kind of shoring up the back. They're a little bit more defensive minded. I don't think Bamford's getting on the score sheet.
No, he's been a lot
so
recently.
That might be a change in the system. Rafinha, he looks to be coming alive, etc. But they look a little bit more defensive now, but that's had a bit of a detrimental effect at the other end of the pitch, and that is shown now with just 1 victory in the last 6 and 1 draw. Bamford is a doubt. You've said already, Nathan, with an injury. He may be back. I think it's a dead leg apparently, so he may actually make Friday night. It might come a day or two too early for him, and then it's the international break, so he should be ready for the next game week fixture, which will be game week 30. But in this one, I think Fulham will just sneak it. I think they've been playing well. Leeds a bit more defensive. You may see them come out and be a bit more expansive again in this one. Fulham is going to take advantage, and I can see the Cottagers winning this one 1-0. Next up, we've got Brighton coming up against Birmingham. Now, there's no 3 o'clock fixture on Saturday.
At least Championship football's on. Some good football.
Yes, there is indeed. But yeah, we got Brighton up against Newcastle. Now, Newcastle in free fall, although they have drawn their last 3 fixtures. Last time out, they drew at home against Villa. Prior to that, it was an away 0-0 draw against West Brom, and prior to that, they did come away with a 1-1 home draw against Wolves. Brighton just one position above them, only one victory in their last 6 fixtures, although that victory did come in the last game week against their South Coast cousins, friends, enemies, I don't know, frenemies you could say, in Southampton, where they won 2-1. So a difficult one to predict, this one. However, I think Brighton are going to sneak this one. Newcastle not scoring many goals, are they, at the moment? There's going to be just the one goal in this one. I can see Brighton winning this one, and Brighton fans will be pleased to say that I'm going to go for a 1-0 scoreline.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. Really, if you look at the table at the moment, whoever wins this game, you can essentially say they're safe. You could say.
Not really.
If you look at the rest of the bottom 3, Sheffield United, I think they could actually be officially relegated in 2 or 3 matches time, sometime in April, which will be quite an early relegation for them. And then you have the likes of West Brom, who will probably be relegated about 4 games towards the end of the season. And I can see the likes of Fulham, Newcastle, Brighton, that relegation scrap to go down to the final
between
day.
The 3, isn't it? So.
Yeah, definitely. So personally, whoever wins this one is in the relegation battle with Fulham there. But I don't know. I think it's going to be all square, and I think all 3 teams are going to continue to fight out for relegation. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next up, we got West Ham versus Arsenal. Now, West Ham very unlucky last time round not to beat Man United. Game was a bit dull in the first half. It started to come alight in the second, with Man United seeming the better team and just seeing off West Ham there. Jesse Lingard, of course, was ineligible because of the loan tie. And then Arsenal, very, very inconsistent. They haven't lost in 3 games, which is good. Getting some important wins, especially to Leicester and Tottenham in the North London derby last weekend as well. But they still need to be getting some wins on the table if they want to push up into the likes of the European or the European Conference League spots as well, which I believe it might be starting from this year or next year. I can't actually remember, guys. But they are in 10th at the moment. I think they're going to stay there, and West Ham are going to scrape this one 2-1. They're going to come back from that Man United loss.
Yeah, this is a very difficult one to predict. All London affair, of course. Arsenal having a fantastic victory over against Spurs, who didn't really turn up. You would say that, especially with Son going out injured. West Ham could have had an advantage if the fans were in the ground, but Arsenal, I do like that centre part in there of Partey and Odegaard. Yeah, 2 very good players, and their results seem to be turning around with 4 or 3 wins in the last 5 matches. Coming up against West Ham, I think they'll bounce back after that defeat away against Manchester United, where it was backs to the wall. They just set up to get a point in that match, and they didn't actually come away with anything in the end. But I think their fortunes are going to turn slightly at home. It's going to be very, very close, and I think the Hammers are going to nick this one by 2-1, but it's going to be close. Wow,
interesting.
And the 4th and final fixture of this very small game, we've got Aston Villa against Spurs, taking place at 7:30 on a Sunday evening.
Unbelievable.
It's lucky that those Spurs fans aren't travelling back from Midlands to London on a Sunday evening. But Aston Villa currently find themselves in 9th position, 1 victory in their last 6 fixtures. That's probably testament to Jack Grealish not featuring at all. Whether he'll feature in this one, I'm not too sure. He looks like he's on the verge of coming back, but I believe he's been ill as well. So whether he'll feature in this fixture, I'm not too sure. Son, we know, went off injured in the last match. I think they're playing in Europa League tomorrow evening as well. So Son's a bitter blow to them, especially going forward. So, like, probably Lucas Moura will come in. The likes of Lamella won't be
Being Eric Lamella, of course, last week.
Because he got sent off. Rabona, fantastic, but getting sent off.
Turning straight back into Eric, typical Eric Lamella in that time. But,
terrible. But difficult one to predict. However, I think with Gareth Bale, okay, he didn't turn up in the last match. He's been bad. Coming back into the scene, absolutely fantastic, and then nowhere to be seen in that North London derby. But I think the Spurs are going to have just a little bit too much for them. Ross Barkley seems to be out of the team for Villa at the moment. They haven't got a lot, striker-wise, not scoring a lot of goals at the moment, Villa. So I think Spurs will edge this one at Villa Park 2-1.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 draw here. I mean, the tiredness on the Spurs players is going to really take into account in from this one, especially including the amount of injuries and suspensions, as if Gareth Bale has another really bad game like he did in the North London derby. But Aston Villa starting to struggle because they are without Jack Grealish at the moment, unsure whether he's going to gain fitness anytime soon. But yeah, it's calling for a stalemate, guys, with the 9th versus 8th 1-1.
Fantastic. So that concludes our predictions for week 29 of this 2020-2021 Premier League season. As usual, I'm going to leave a template of these fixtures in the description if you want to play along at home or continue to climb up the table. If you can, then make sure you copy and paste them into your comment. And like Alex Cochran, David Redgriff, you could get a shout out in the next video if you are the top scorer. But of course, it's international break after this game week. So Nathan, during that time, what have we got? Live streams, etc.?
Yes, we've got plenty of live streams. Saturday is the big one. Don't lose, Cardiff. Just don't lose. Make sure you're there 5:30. Cardiff versus Swansea, South Wales derby
on Saturday.
Don't lose it, Cardiff. And then next week we have got a feast of international football coming up on the channel. So we have got Wales versus Belgium, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday night, and then on the Sunday I believe we're playing Czech Republic as well. Yeah. Either way, I can't even remember what dates they're on. So make sure you have a look at it, guys.
I think we've got a friend. I think we've got a friendly coming up against Mexico at some point as well.
Yeah, I think it's on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday at 8 o'clock, so I probably won't end up doing that one personally, only because it's on at 8 o'clock, and I'll probably be with my friends at that time, socially distanced maybe, or either that or online on PlayStation. So probably not. I imagine it's too late.
Superb. So we'll look forward to all those live streams. Of course, you had over 250 people in your live stream midweek for that Cardiff Stoke match, which ended
for all the games. Cardiff versus Stoke.
But let's say a big hello and welcome to all our French friends in that one.
There was a few.
Yeah, but Nathan, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Don't think so.
No, fantastic. So thanks once again for joining us on this whatever it is, Wednesday evening or Thursday morning.
Probably Thursday
Enjoy
morning.
your Premier League weekend. Enjoy your FA Cup weekend. I'm going to try and get out a video for the FA Cup quarter-final so as well, which I think are just going to be predicting those matches. But for now, we'd like to bid you farewell, and we'll see you all in the next video.
Up the city.